This is a love story. Somewhere between hi and good to meet you, their eyes caught and clasped just a breath beyond comfortable. And when fire flared behind Freckles, he blinked and bowed his head and exhaled. And the earth quaked and plaster cracked and paint crumbled when the escape hatch in the wall, invisible until that moment, burst open. And while it still shivered from the urgency of its opening, he looked up and saw the boy still watching. Only this time, he didn't look away. And with heart hammering and hands trembling, he inhaled and leaned in, ready to redirect if he misread what was happening here. But he did not misread what was happening here. And in an awkward, blush-painted moment, their lips touched. And his body awoke in flames that did not burn like damnation. They warmed him like grace. And every organ, every artery and vein, every cell and drop of blood in his body looked up and grinned, impossibly believing that this is what they were built for. This is a love story. And when lips parted, the tips of tongues tasted like intention and gut butterflies, and every promise the world ever made to him as a child was fulfilled when he learned that he could laugh and sing at the same time. But he didn't see the video camera. He didn't know that jackals were watching, pressing slavering snouts against windows, ejaculating hatred across keyboards and cell phones. He never thought of the word obscenity until he heard it on a video. This is not a love story. This was the sacrifice of an innocent on the altar of YouTube. So when the 18-year flood of force-fed shame swept him away, he didn't even resist. Because he'd always been told it would be better to grow gills, better to drown than to grow gills and become something monstrous. When we weren't watching, he fell backward through the hatch into darkness, drove for an hour, parked his car, said goodbye on Facebook, and wrapped his fingers around a cold steel railing. He did not stand fist shaking on the bridge. He did not soar, arms spreading over the river. He did not curse the cruelty of jackals. But when he tumbled into the night, he remembered to cry. It takes 6 seconds for a thief to break into your house. It takes 6 seconds for your heart to beat 7 times unless you're terrified. It takes 6 seconds for an object to fall 200 feet. 1, 2, 3. Do you see him? 5, 6. His heart beat 17 times through the wind of his passing before the river rose up to take him. And he did not grow gills. He had never been anything monstrous. But the pain did stop. Thank you.